there, welcome back to the channel. Thank you as always for clicking play. It's episode 7 of our Football Manager 2019 series with Estudiantes de la Plata as we look to establish the club as the dominant force in Argentina and beyond. Today we are facing possibly our biggest and toughest game of the season so far as we travel to Independiente. We do have a few games to catch up on since that last video against Newell's. So yeah, let's get right into it. I have to say our form has been nothing short of phenomenal. It really has. So we've got it here set up. I've taken the friendlies out and we've got it, you know, before the Libertadores games were the ones that we didn't take charge of. So from our very first game at the top here against Blooming, just look at that. We've played 11 games, we've won 10 and drawn 1. It's just been unreal, the form. So we absolutely smashed Atletico de Tucumán in the third round of this Copa Sudamericana first leg. 2 goals apiece from Carlo Latanzio and Lucas Rodriguez. Fernando Zucchi also scored. We just ran riot. We were 2-0 up after 27 minutes. They did pull one back through Luis Rodriguez, but then 3 goals in 10 second half minutes just put the tie to bed. You can see a bit further down, Piscalici scored a penalty in the second leg to round off a 6-1 aggregate win. And in the Superliga, we are flying at the minute. We are now, in the Superliga, it is 5 clean sheets in a row. Beat Union de Santa Fe 4-0. Goals from Jonathan Schunker, Luca Rodriguez, Facundo Sanchez and Nahuel Estevez. Followed that up with a 2-0 win over Argentinos Juniors. Goals from Luca Rodriguez again and Mariano Pavoni scored. Both goals were penalties. It wasn't a good game. It wasn't an amazing performance, but we kept going and we got 2 penalties. And hey, sometimes that's just the way a game goes. Penalties count as much as any other goal, don't they? So today, as I say, we're taking on Independiente away from home in the Superliga. You can see here as well that we've got a very, very tough quarter-final draw in the Sudamericana against Brazilian team Atlético Mineiro. It's going to be a really tough 2-legged game. We're at home first. Episode 8 is going to be that first leg. Episode 9 is hopefully going to be the second leg. I'm hoping that the tie is... Well, I'm hoping that we win 5-0 and the tie's dead, but I have a feeling the tie could still be alive going into the second leg. So we're only going to have 1 game off camera between episodes 7 and 8, and again between episodes 8 and 9. But I quite like that because it's going to give me a little bit of a chance to go into things in a little bit more depth. So today we're going to have a look at how I've got the tactics set up, and then in the next video I'm going to show you some of the players that we've got out on loan, the ones that were done already before we started the save, the ones that we had no control over, because there's some really good players in there. First things first though, let us have a look at the league table, and you can see that we are sitting pretty at the top. We are 3 points clear before today's game, so this is a real opportunity for us to make a statement against Independiente. They are 7th, they are 6 points behind us, so if they beat us, and then if Boca win their game at Union Santa Fe, which they should, it could become very, very interesting at the top by the end of the video. San Lorenzo as well are playing San Martin de Tucumán. San Lorenzo are currently 9th, level with Independiente, so things could be a lot more close at the top by the end of this video. So this is my tactic. I love this screen. You just seem to get so much more information than they used to do on previous versions of the game. I don't know why. They've used the real estate really, really well. I'm loving this screen already. So we're basing it on a 4-2-3-1. It's just the formation that I like. I love the formation. I think it's balanced. I really want to get a back 3 formation going. I really want to get a 4-4-2 working. But I just love the 4-2-3-1. I just love how you can have wingers, or you can have inside forwards, or just the versatility for the striker, the midfielders. It's just me. It's my format. I love it. So as you can see, we have... At the moment, it's a positive mentality, which is the control one, isn't it, from FM18? So very similar. We play extremely wide. You can see the wingers really hug the touchline, as do the fullbacks, and it's designed to stretch the pitch, obviously. Want to get the ball out wide. As you can see, we've got it focused to play down the flanks. The passing directness is standard. I do change that during matches to see, just to deal with what we're up against. Much higher tempo and sometimes time wasting. That's just standard. I haven't changed that. In the final third, it is work the ball into the box with low crosses, because our strikers generally aren't amazing in the air. Haven't got any of the dribbling or the play for set pieces set. Creative freedom is be more expressive. In transition, we have got regroup when possession's been lost. I want them back in position rather than trying to get the ball back really quickly. When possession has been won, then it's, all guns blazing, get forward again. Goalkeeper, distribute it quickly, because we just want to try and catch our opposition out of position, especially if they've really tried to overload an attack. And I want him to distribute to the fullbacks with short passes, because I feel that way you keep possession, especially if you're not that good in the air up front. And so out of possession, we've currently got a lower line of engagement, because we don't really need to be challenging them right up at their goalkeeper and their centre-backs. But we have got a higher defensive line, so we're quite compact, even though we are wide. It does seem to be working at the minute. Even we've got the defensive width, the standard, so they're not fully stretched. They're not out as wide as the attackers are. So they're a bit more... they're standard. They're a little bit more compact. We do try and have it on prevent shot, which is pointless. That doesn't need to be there, does it? Because we're on a lower line of engagement. Pressing intensity is more urgent because we're sitting back a little bit. As soon as they break our lines, want to get into them and get the ball back. So that is that particular tactic. It's the only one I've used so far this season. I have got, our second one is another 4-2-3-1, but it's a little bit more cautious. It's designed as a counter-attack tactic, but I haven't had to use it yet. So I've not had to do a lot of tweaking with it. I've not had to do too much. Basically, in possession, it's attacking width is standard, which, again, I haven't changed it. I don't think I've actually done anything to it at the minute. It's just a counter tactic. Yeah, you can see I've basically done nothing with it because I haven't needed to. I have a feeling today I might need to do something with it. Depends, because as I say, we're away at Independiente. It's a big game. It's a tough game. We could be needing to see the counter attack today, but we are going to start with our normal formation, because 10 wins in 11. We've got to be confident. We've got to go with it. The thing I love about this formation is I can adjust the roles in midfield to the players that are there. The only thing I don't compromise on is the wingers. They are wingers on support. That's what I like. And an advanced forward, generally, no matter who it is up front, is generally an advanced forward, because they're more likely to get on the end of the crosses, aren't they? Before, when you have the retained possession, I like to complete forward because they link the play up a little bit more. But this is really in your face, get it out to those wings, get the cross in. So I want my striker in the 6-yard box getting on the end of those crosses. Virtually like for like from our host today then. They're going with a 4-2-3-1 as well. A little bit of a tweak you can see in their attack. Their right winger looks to be on a support while their left winger is on a attack, and as is their attacking midfielder as well. So they're looking to pressers early on, I think. But let's get into the dressing room, and this is going to be a really, really tough team talk to do, because while we've been in unbelievable form, it's the biggest game of the season so far. It's the toughest game of the season so far. So I don't want to say I expect them to win. So I think I'm going to go with the bottom one here, because I don't like the one above it. The media have been praising you lately, but don't let that put pressure on your performance, because I think that will put pressure on their performance. So I'm going to say this is a great opportunity to show all the pundits that they have been right to back you up. I think I like that. I did like that. Look at that. That went down brilliantly, didn't it? I don't even need to go in and do the individual team talks on that one. That one was bloody good. So let's get out there. Spider Cam picks the players up on their way out of the match at the Libertadores de America. This should be potentially a classic. I mean, we score goals and we haven't conceded. Was it 5 clean sheets, isn't it, in the league so far? So this really, really should be a very, very interesting game, but I can't see us extending that run of clean sheets. So Piscalici will take this free kick. It's the first highlight of the match. 8.5 minutes in. Piscalici to Estevez. 1-2 with Seijas. Shunka sweeps a lovely ball out to Sanchez. And Evangelista crosses it in. It's headed away. Estevez knocks it down for Seijas. And Estevez shoots wide on the follow-up. Good little attack that, though. That was a good, bright opening start. And here's Piscalici again to Estevez. Seijas now. Go on, skin your man. Skin him. Gives it back to Sanchez. Estevez flicks on, but it's picked up in midfield, and Independiente can't get out of their own half as we come back at them. What a cross from Rodriguez, and the header came in from Seijas, I think, and that was a really, really good cross. That was unbelievable. It's set to cross low. Gaibor takes the corner, and Silva's header, and it's gone in, and our run of clean sheets in the Superliga is over, and we are kind of getting dominated here. It's a really, really good header, but how have keeper and man on the post not dealt with that? Straight in from the kickoff, Branya to Campi. Can we get an immediate reply? I haven't even given him a shout yet. Rodriguez plays it forward, but it's poor, and it's going to be 2-0, I think. Is it? No, Branya, who apparently has been booked. Didn't see when he got booked. We've lost the ball again. We are not keeping hold of the ball here at all. This is not a good opening to the match now. After that little bright start we had, we are definitely under the cosh, and it should be 2-0, but it isn't. And Duha has kept us in the game. I'm going to give a demand more shout out because we need to kick their arses here. Here's Pavoni, way down the right. We've got 5 players trying to catch up with him. Seijas has it into Pavoni. Hard tackle. Play on, says the ref. Estevez heads down to Seijas. Only Pavoni to aim for in the middle, and he can't find him. Evangelista now, and what was the point of that highlight? Gaibor with the header, and it's off the bar. Oh, God, all kinds of trouble at the back here for us at the minute. Veron, and cleared by Lucas Rodriguez. We are in real trouble here. It's a game and a half since we scored on camera. That's not good, is it? 1-0 at half time. It's not been good. We haven't had a shot since about the 7th or 8th minute, I don't think, since we had that little flurry. It's not been good at all, and we're going to tell them that. We have made one or two changes. We've gone to a balanced mentality. We've taken the passing a little bit shorter. We've just dropped the tempo a little bit. And we've also put them on counter-press rather than regroup when we lose the ball. Just hoping that we can maybe just get the ball back and get going forward a bit quicker. Something has to change because we're not getting anything out of the game the way things were going. So Bustos will take this throw. Benitez back to the thrower. And they're passing it around on the edge of the box, and the curling shot from Franco goes over. So we are starting the second half, much like we finished the first, it seems. But here we go with an attack. That's a lovely ball to Seijas. In it goes, and Piscalici with the header, and it's caught well by Alvarez. Why are they floating the crosses in when they are set to low crosses? An hour gone, and we are going for it. It is all or nothing. We are going for 3 changes. Rodrigo, Branya, Piscalici and Pavoni are all coming off. Gomez, Paiva and Latanzio are all coming on. It is time to get them doing the job, making the changes. Let's see. I'm going to say I want to see a good performance. Yeah, I want you to get out there. The reason I'm making the changes is that you go out there and make a difference. So do it. You can see Talleres are 4-0 up now against Atletico Tucumán. It's going to be a long season for Atletico Tucumán, I think. They're not a great team. We absolutely battered them in the Sudamericana. So let's see what happens now. Andujar to Shunka to Campi. Little interchange between the two of them. Estevez swings the ball out to Seijas. Now Paiva to Latanzio. Paiva again to Gomez and Estevez. This is nice. This is good passing. I'm liking the look of this. And Latanzio is in, but Seijas has equalised, and it is going to count. Well, I've got to say, tactical genius. What a masterclass. Brilliant passing. It is the best passing move we've seen. Brilliant save from Alvarez. He's unlucky that it drops for Seijas, but it's 1-1. I do not care. and Duha with the goal kick out to Shunker. So in the aftermath of the goal, we have a praise shout out waiting to go through. You can see down at the bottom there, well, you probably can't now, he's disappeared behind me. Their striker is limping around the pitch, Gigliotti. I don't know if he's actually gone off yet or not. It doesn't look to have, does he? It's interesting. They're all overwhelmed by the feedback. I wonder what their managers just said to them. I praised them, as I said, which I quite like. I quite like a praise just after they've scored. It hasn't had an effect here today, though, as Benitez walks through and Andujar makes the save. This is going to be a classic away point if we get it. We are going to drop in another shout now, I think, as soon as we can. A little demand more, because we've just dropped off the pace again here. As we are throwing bodies in front of shots. We are throwing ourselves into tackles. Now we've got the ball and we've lost it again. So the demand more has gone through. They're all focused. All the Independiente players are suddenly inspired by their manager's team talk. Here's Domingo to Gaibo, Romero, Benitez played in. It's a lovely move and it's a poor finish in the end. Shouldn't have given Andujar any chance at all there. So we're edging the possession now, but we are getting absolutely battered in terms of shots. But this is going to be a phenomenal away point. Before the match, I would have taken a draw. As I said, it's one of our biggest games of the season, one of our toughest away at Independiente. So if we did get a draw out of it, that would be incredible. We've got nearly 3 minutes of stoppage time to go. Romero out to Bustos. Big booming cross. It's headed clear. Lucas Rodriguez keeps it in. And again, they've given another shout out. So Alvarez kicks forward. We've got it back. These highlights just coming and coming now. And Latanzio's played it in. Oh, and what a tackle. It's a corner. But maybe Latanzio should have gone for the shot instead of passing it on. Paiva's going to take the corner. Come on, come on. I think, have Tigers, have they just gone 6-0 up in their game? Wow. Here's Gomez. We've got seconds left. Is there anything going to happen? Come on, get the ball forward. Sanchez to Sejas, Estevez, and that is it. I will take that all day long because we were poor for most of that game. So I will tell them I'm happy with the... do I tell them I'm not happy? Or do I say... No, I'm going to say a comeback. What a comeback. Because it was. It was a great comeback. We scored a brilliant goal. Or if Latanzio's shot had gone in, it would have been a brilliant goal. It was a rebound after a brilliant move. But you've got to be happy to come back from a goal behind and get a point at a direct rival. Maybe not for the title, but certainly for continental qualification. They are a direct rival. Got to be happy with the point. And as I said earlier in the video, things are looking a lot more interesting in the Superliga now with that draw. It's taken our lead down to 2 points because Boca won 3-1 at Union Santa Fe. You can see though, San Lorenzo lost 2-1 to San Martin de Tucumán, which is a bit of a shock result. It's San Martin's first win of the game. Win of the season. Our city rivals Gimnasia are the only team now not to have won a match, and we are the only team to remain unbeaten. So that, I quite like that little bit of symmetry. But yeah, that has really tightened things up a little bit now. There's only 5 points separating the top 7. Independiente are only a point further back from that. And again, you know, you go all the way down to basically the top half of the table to 12th place Defensa y Justicia. It's an 8-point gap, so if a team puts a little run together, it could be very, very interesting. One thing I want to do is let's have a look how things are going in the average points situation, because, as I said, this is how relegation is decided, and at the moment it's Lanús, Gimnasia, Tigre and San Martin de Tucumán who are in that bottom 4. So that is looking like... it's going to get very interesting down there. San Martin really need to start picking up some points, don't they? Because they are not looking good at all with 0.75. Still haven't fully got my head around that, but it does add a little bit of a twist to it, doesn't it? That's it for this video then, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, remember to hit that like button, smash subscribe as well if you're new around here, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss an episode. I'm on Twitter at GamerJamesFM. I've also got a blog where I'm doing a save with Aston Villa, so make sure you check that out. Links for all that are in the description. And come back for episode 8, when we will take on Atletico Mineiro in the first leg of our quarter-final tie. And as I promised earlier as well, we'll have a look at the players that are out on loan that we didn't have any control over, the ones that were already pre-done in the game, because like I say, when they come back next season, there's some really good players in there. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.